These are the 6 simple postures that have been keeping Japanese people strong and pain-free well into their 70s. Japan doesn't just have people living past 100. They have 95,119 centenarians, people over 100 years old who are still active, independent, and mentally sharp. Compare that to America, where people stop being healthy around age 66, followed by 12 years of pills, medical procedures, and losing their independence. The Japanese aren't just adding more years to their life. They're making sure those extra years are good ones. And it's not because of some miracle drug or perfect genes. Since 1928, Japan has had a national program where people of all ages come together every morning to do a set of simple body exercises set to music. Not hard cardio, not weightlifting. Just simple, gentle movements that take 15 minutes. What you're about to see isn't just an idea. It's a system that has been proven to work across an entire country for almost 100 years. These aren't hard movements that need special equipment or perfect flexibility. They're simple postures that work with how your body is naturally built, not against it. Today, I'm breaking down these exact movements and showing you how to adjust them for your body, your schedule, and your current fitness level. Because the goal isn't to live longer, it's to live better. All right, let's dive into the first movement that forms the base of everything else we'll cover today. Let's start with Shikodachi. That's Shikodachi, which means sumo stance or four-leg stance. This movement comes from the ancient Japanese national sport of sumo, which has been practiced for more than 1,500 years. Sumo wrestlers use this position to build the strong legs and steady balance that make them so powerful. Now, before you say, "I can't squat," hear me out. This isn't the deep squat you're thinking of. It's a wide stance position that works with how your body naturally moves. Place your feet wide, apart, about twice the width of your shoulders, with your toes pointing outward at a 45-degree angle. Now slowly lower your hips, as if you're going to sit down between your legs. Keep your back straight, your chest open, and rest your hands on your thighs for support. What makes Shikodachi so powerful is how it wakes up muscle groups that modern life has put to sleep. This position works your front thigh muscles, your glutes, and your inner thigh muscles, the exact muscles you need to get up from a chair, climb stairs, and stay balanced. But here's what's really interesting. Body science studies show this. Posture turns on more muscle fibers in your legs than regular squats do. The hip opening stretch you get from this position is very important. As we get older, our hips naturally get tight from sitting, and that creates a chain of problems: knee pain, back pain, and balance trouble. Shikodachi fixes all of these by bringing back your natural hip movement. Start by holding Shikodachi for just 20 to 30 seconds. Don't push it. Your body will slowly get used to it. If you feel unsteady, hold onto a sturdy chair or wall for support. The most common mistake I see is people arching their lower back, which takes all the work away from your legs. Keep your spine straight and neutral. As you get stronger, work up to holding this for 1 to 2 minutes. Professional sumo wrestlers can hold Shikodachi for 15 to 20 minutes. But we're not training for the ring. We're training for life. Now that you've built that base strength with Shikodachi, let's move on to something that will challenge your balance and stability in a completely different way. This next movement is called Neko Shidachi, a Neko Shidachi Idichicha, which literally means cat foot stance. This graceful position comes from traditional karate, developed by martial arts masters during the Edo period. Its name comes from how similar it looks to a cat about to jump, light on its feet, alert, and ready to move fast. This movement tackles something most people over 50 struggle with but rarely talk about: balance and stability. Stand with 1 foot forward. But here's the key. You're only going to rest the ball of your front foot on the ground, just like a cat gently testing a surface with its paw. Your back foot stays fully flat on the ground, carrying about 70% of your weight. Both knees should be slightly bent, and keep your hips facing forward. This might feel awkward at first, and that's exactly the point. Nokoshidachi forces your often ignored stabilizer muscles to wake up and do their job. Your ankle muscles, your deep hip stabilizers, and your core all have to work together to keep you balanced. These are the exact muscles that stop you from falling and give you confidence on uneven ground. What's amazing about this movement is how it strengthens the small muscles inside your feet, the tiny muscles that shape your arch and give you stability. Modern shoes and flat floors have made these muscles weak, but Nokoshidachi brings them back to life. If you're just starting out, practice Nokoshidachi next to a wall or sturdy chair for support. Hold the position for 20 to 30 seconds on each side, then switch. The goal isn't to be perfect right away. It's to slowly challenge your balance system over time. As you improve, try adding small weight shifts between your front and back foot, or even slow arm movements while keeping the leg position steady. Now we've worked on leg strength and balance. But here's where things get really interesting. The next movement is what keeps Japanese people standing tall at 80. We're going to work on your posture. Here's Seiza, Seiza, which means proper sitting or correct sitting. This traditional Japanese sitting position has roots going back to the Muromachi period and became a key part of Japanese culture. Historically, Seiza was practiced on tatami floors during tea ceremonies, formal meals, and quiet moments of meditation. Here's the truth about posture after 50. It's not about sitting up straight or pulling your shoulders back. Real posture starts from the ground up. Kneel on the floor with your knees together. Then fold your feet so the tops are flat on the ground, with your toes pointing backward. Slowly lower your hips until you're sitting on your heels. Your spine should be naturally upright, not forced, but naturally tall. Seiza does something amazing to your body. It gives a deep stretch to your front thigh muscles and hip flexor muscles, the ones that get very tight from sitting in chairs all day. When these muscles are tight, they pull your pelvis forward and create that hunched-over posture we connect with getting older. But Seiza also wakes up your deep core muscles and the muscles that support your spine. Unlike sitting in a chair, where your back muscles can relax and get weak, this position asks your posture muscles to stay active. It's like a gentle workout for the muscles that keep you upright. If Seiza feels hard on your knees, place a firm cushion between your heels and your hips to reduce the pressure. Start with just 30 seconds to 1 minute and slowly work up to 3 to 5 minutes. You can practice Seiza while watching TV, reading, or meditating. The key is doing it regularly. Just a few minutes a day will create lasting changes in your posture and flexibility. Now, building on that posture foundation we just set up, let's take it to the next level with a movement that's going to completely change how you think about core strength. This is Zazen, Zazen, which literally means seated meditation. This ancient practice from Japanese Zen Buddhism is more than just meditating. It's a powerful hold-in-place posture that comes from Zen monasteries during the Kamakura period. Monks held this position during hours of daily meditation, building both mental and physical strength at the same time. Most core exercises completely miss the deep stabilizer muscles that actually matter for everyday life. Sit on the floor with your legs crossed. If you can, try to place each foot on the opposite thigh in lotus position. But simple cross-legged sitting works just fine too. The key is your spine position. Imagine an invisible string pulling the top of your head up toward the ceiling. Your shoulders should be relaxed and open. With your chin slightly tucked in, Zazen deeply works the spine-supporting muscles, especially the deep back muscles and deep belly muscles. Your core stays active to hold you upright, while your legs get a deep stretch through the front thigh muscles, hip flexors, and inner thigh muscles, all while the deep posture muscles get stronger. Recent brain science studies show that Zazen combined with mindful breathing, turns on your body's calming system, lowers your stress hormone levels, and helps your cells repair themselves. Regular practice improves hip flexibility and strengthens the deep muscles of the spine. Start with 5 to 10 minutes of zazen, using a firm cushion under your hips to raise your pelvis slightly. This makes it much easier to keep your spine aligned. Focus on breathing deeply and naturally while keeping that tall spine. Don't push your legs into painful positions. Your hip flexibility will improve over time, so stay within your comfort zone. As you get stronger, slowly increase to 20 minutes a day. Alright, we're getting close to the end, but this next movement might be the most challenging one yet. Don't worry though, it's also one of the most rewarding. This is Kibadachi, Kibadachi, which means horse riding stance. This position has ancient roots in Japanese martial arts, especially in karate. Samurai used it during training to strengthen their legs and core, getting them ready for long battles where staying steady was everything. The name comes from how similar it looks to the way you sit when riding a horse. This movement directly targets years of built-up hip tightness while building incredible leg strength. Place your feet parallel and apart, about a shoulder's width plus 1 extra foot wider. Bend your knees and lower your hips as if you were sitting in an invisible chair. Your feet should be pointing straight forward and flat on the floor. Keep your back straight, your belly pulled in, and your arms relaxed at your sides. Kibadachi is very effective at working your leg muscles, especially your front thigh muscles, and both your inner and outer thigh muscles. It also strongly works your glutes, hip stabilizers, and core. Beyond building muscle, Kibadachi greatly improves your side-to-side stability, something we often ignore in regular exercises. Body science studies show that this posture builds balance and body awareness, which is your ability to sense where your body is in space, reducing the risk of falls. The position also helps line up your hips and knees properly, preventing common joint problems. Start with Kibadachi for 20 to 30 seconds. Doing 3 sets with rest in between. As your strength grows, extend the time to 1 to 2 minutes per set. Japanese martial arts masters often hold this posture for 5 minutes or more. If balance is a concern, practice near a wall for support. Focus on keeping your weight spread evenly and avoid letting your knees cave inward. Now, for our final movement, we're going to tie everything together with something that combines all the ideas we've learned and gives you a way to track your progress over time. This last movement isn't traditionally Japanese, but it's the perfect blend of ancient Japanese wisdom about holding postures and modern sports science discoveries made in Japan. This technique became very popular in modern gyms starting in the 1980s. And is used often in specialized training programs. It brings everything together and tests how well you've applied everything you've learned so far. Place your back flat against a wall. Put your feet about 12 inches away from the wall and shoulder width apart. Slide down until your knees form a 90-degree angle, like sitting in an invisible chair. Your knees should line up directly over your ankles, not pushing forward past your toes. This posture works your front thigh muscles very hard and also strongly works your glutes, back thigh muscles, and core. Unlike moving squats, this hold-in-place version against the wall keeps constant tension on your muscles, building greater muscle endurance and working the slow twitch muscle fibers that are key for good posture. Recent studies show that this posture improves the stability of your knee joint, reducing the risk of common injuries. Holding still for longer periods also helps improve blood flow in your legs. Research also shows that regular practice helps keep your bones strong and dense, which is very important for preventing weak, brittle bones. Start with 30-second holds of the wall squat, building up to 2 to 3 minutes as you get stronger. Focus on breathing steadily the whole time. If you notice you're holding your breath, you're probably working too hard. An interesting version made popular by Japanese trainers is to place a soft ball between your knees and press it gently during the exercise. This variation works your inner thigh muscles more intensely and helps keep your knees in better alignment. Now that you've learned all 6 movements, you're probably wondering how to put this all together into a routine that actually fits into your real life. Let me show you exactly how to do that. Here's what makes these Japanese movements so brilliant. No gym membership, no equipment, no risk of injury. Just gentle movements that actually work. The Japanese have proven that doing something consistently beats doing it intensely every single time. I'm going to give you 2 simple sequences that take just 15 minutes total. When you first wake up, your body is stiff from sleeping. Start your day with these 3 movements. Begin with 30 seconds of Seiza to wake up your posture muscles and stretch those tight hip flexors. Move into 1 minute of Zazen to activate your core and clear your mind for the day. Finish with 30 seconds of Nukkoshidachi on each side to challenge your balance and wake up your stabilizer muscles. That's just 2.5 minutes that will completely change how your body feels for the rest of the day. In the evening, focus on releasing tension and building strength. Start with 1 minute of Shikodachi to open up those hips after a day of sitting. Move into 1 minute of Kibadachi to build that deep leg strength. End with a 2-minute wall squat. This is your progress marker. As you get stronger, you'll be able to hold it longer. That's 4 minutes that will help you sleep better and wake up with less stiffness. Here's how to move forward safely without pushing your body too hard. Weeks 1 and 2 are your foundation phase. Focus on learning the positions correctly rather than holding them for a long time. Don't worry about having perfect form right away. Your body needs time to get used to these new movement patterns. Weeks 3 and 4, start adding more time. Increase your holds by 15 to 30 seconds each week. Your goal isn't to match what sumo wrestlers can do. It's to be stronger than you were last week. Month 2 and beyond, this is where it gets exciting. You can start adding small changes like gentle movements within the positions, combining movements together in a flow, or making the balance poses harder by closing your eyes. Just always listen to what your body is telling you. Some days you'll feel strong and want to push harder. Other days, just holding the basic positions is perfectly fine. The Japanese idea of Kaizen, which means small, continuous improvements, fits perfect